a sailor's life for me. Sailing the seven seas from Cornwall, Dartmouth, that's the sea. Cornwall, Dartmouth, I sail the seven seas.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the wheelhouse. Captain Eric here, and we are off. We've left Mile Hammock Bay. We're making our way towards Cape Fear River, and we had an interesting start to our day already. A little bit of frustration, a little bit of stress, but so yesterday we came into the Mile Hammock Bay anchorage. There were 2 boats there already, and there's 3 of us who went in. We all anchored very respectfully of each other, keeping away from each other and so on and so forth. And then throughout the day, more boats started coming through and anchoring, more and more and more, and then finally ended up total of this morning there was 28 boats in the anchorage. One fellow last night decided to anchor pretty much just in front of our boat, and of course he anchored right on top of our anchor. I was a little concerned at first when he anchored that he might pull up our anchor, but he actually anchored past our anchor, but where his boat was directly over top of where our anchor was in the water. So that made things a little difficult. It made it so we basically would have to wait for him to leave in order for us to leave. As always, we're up early, and we're ready to move early. We want to get our day on the go. This person was not. Ultimately, we started up the engine, started up taking anchor chain just to see how close we would be getting to him, and it was apparent that it was going to be very close to him. So he didn't have his radio on yet, so I got on the PA and called out to his boat and asked him if he was getting up or not. Lo and behold, then the gentleman comes out of his boat, and he tells me that they're not leaving anytime soon. They're going to be leaving later in the day, and that just didn't work with our schedule and the distances that we want to cover today. So what happened is he actually swung his boat around as we took up our anchor, and we got ourselves up and out of the way and out of that anchorage. He was apologetic, so it all worked out. It was all fine, but a little bit of angst as we were bringing up the anchor, and then maneuvering the boat in tight quarters just to get ourselves out of the anchorage was another little challenge as well. So generally our roles are that I handle the ground tackle, the anchor tackle, simply because it's heavy, it's cumbersome, and it's not often easy to do. So I'm generally the one who goes out there and does that, and Commodore Karen is here at the helm, and she navigates the boat until I get done working with the ground tackle and get back inside at the helm. This time we kind of switched roles. I got I got a lot of things going, and then when we started getting close, Commodore Karen came out and relieved me. She looked after the ground tackle, and then I came inside and took over the controls, took over the helm. That relieved a lot of stress for Commodore Karen, and I'm okay with maneuvering the boat in tight quarters. So anyways, there you have it. We got off. Now we're aiming to try and make a bridge at Wrightsville Beach, the figure 8 bridge. So we're hoping to hit him on the half hour so that we can hit the next bridge on the hour, which is really not that far away from, they're about 2 miles apart from each other. So if we can work that, then we hit the next bridge that only opens up on the hour, and reduce the amount of time that we spend hovering in the water, which that's a little bit more demanding. It requires a lot of concentration. If it's a windy day, it makes it that much more challenging and difficult. Wind combined with current adds even another level of complexity to the whole thing. You have to read how the boat's responding. You've got to read the current, read the winds. The current changes depending on where you are in the river or in the canal. So it depends on the lay of the land. You get eddies that form, all sorts of other stuff. So you really do, it keeps you on your toes, and you're actually, even though the boat's not moving, the person at the helm is doing a lot of work just trying to keep the boat in one position. And then add to that, if you've got other traffic with you, that adds another level of complexity. So not every captain gives you the sea room that you need. Some of them will just start backing up, not bother. You have no idea what they're doing, so you got to kind of go with the flow. It can get to be pretty stressful. Yesterday when we were at the Onslow Swing Bridge, that was very stressful. There were a lot of boats. We were starting to bunch up. The current was basically pushing us all together, and nobody wants to play bumper boats. So yeah, so that was especially stressful yesterday. Hoping that today we can avoid all that stress and just make our way to the one bridge by the half hour so that we can hit the next bridge, time our speed to hit the next bridge on the hour. Anyways, that's it for now. Nothing else to report. I'll turn the camera around. We're kind of into a little bit of a rural area. So I'll turn the camera around, and you guys can follow us on the journey from the wheelhouse out. Hey everybody, welcome to the wheelhouse. We are slowly approaching the Figure 8 Island Bridge, and we still got about 10 miles to go before we hit the bridge, 10 nautical miles. We're trying to time this bridge on the half hour, so as we approach, I'll be adjusting the RPMs on this one. And the reason we're trying to time this bridge on the half hour is because the next bridge is only 2.5 miles away, and he only opens up on the hour. So we time this one on the half hour, and then just proceed through at a idle speed. We can then hit the next bridge for its opening at the top of the hour. So that's the plan. Hopefully it all goes well. Besides that, things are going great. Tank has spotted some more dolphins, so he got some more dolphin sightseeing to do. And that's it. Everything else is going well. We've got some sailboats ahead of us, sailboat behind us that we just passed, and we're all slowly moving south. All right, that's it for now from the wheelhouse. Everybody, welcome back to the Wheelhouse. Captain Eric here, and we are actually approaching Figure 8 Bridge. We're about 3.5 miles from the bridge. I have slowed us down. We're going to be getting to the bridge at this current rate, just around 10 after the hour. I'm going to slow us down a little bit more so that we're closer to maybe 20 minutes after the hour. That's the goal anyways. We can always have lofty goals. So yeah, that's kind of the game you have to play sometimes. You got to play speed and current, and just make things so it's a little bit more manageable for you as you approach. Otherwise, you can be stuck hovering in what can be some pretty challenging circumstances. So that is what our current plan is. Let's see if we can make it work. I've got Tranquilo that's probably going to come up along my stern and pass me if he doesn't do the same thing. There's a sailboat ahead of us. They've slowed down. So as far as that goes, sailors tend to be a little bit more conscious about that than power boaters are. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Tranquilo, who's behind us there. But yeah, so I've got ourselves slowed down now.
Waypoint. New heading 220 magnetic.
Still not enough, but we're at 11. We're arriving at 11 minutes after the hour, so I may drop us down a little bit more. I don't want to drop us down too far. There's a fine line between not having control of the boat and reducing your speed, so I think I'm pretty much at that fine limit right now. But that's about it. So this passage through here is going to be real slow. I'm probably going to end up hand steering most of it now. And that's all I got for now. From the wheelhouse out.
I drink another beer. Throw it all away. Throw it all. Throw it all. Still standing alone, talking to here, so I drink another beer. Throw it all away. Throw it all. What's that? Bury all my wish. Say how she this. What a gift for a kiss. But she's not here, so I drink another beer. Show it all away. Show it all.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the wheelhouse. Captain Eric here, and we are currently anchored in Orton, at Orton Point, Anchorage. There's actually some commercial balls here, mooring balls. Boy, I tell you, I was tempted picking one up, but then, you know, with our luck, there'd be a barge coming in the middle of the night that needs to pick one up, and there we are on one of their mooring balls. I think they'd be a little upset with us. But anyways, I'm just sending my we have arrived message to family and friends to let them know that we've made it safely and without any incidents. So I'm sending this off right now. Besides that, the anchor did skip across the bottom for a bit until it grabbed, and then it grabbed. So it almost feels like there's rock on the bottom, and then we got past the rock and got into some serious mud. So it did grab, and it kind of jerked the boat around when it did grab. I think we're going to be okay. I don't think we've got any issues here. We do have the anchor drag alarm set, and we'll be monitoring everything as the day moves on. But the longer we stay here, the better it is, because if we stay here and we're not moving at all, then chances are that we'll be pretty steady here, pretty stable, and won't really have to worry too much about dragging, because the anchor will really be set. So I'm just sending off this little message here to everybody, and so what we use is we've got a Garmin Explorer tracker here, and our friends and family, I'll send them a link. I'll turn the tracker on when we leave in the mornings, and then I send them a link, and once we get finished for the day, I send them another link with our position, and let them know whether we're at a dock or at anchor or whatever. And it's all done over, this is it, this is the unit right here. It's all done over GPS. It also serves another purpose as well. It actually has an SOS function, so it actually works as a personal locator beacon. And it works anywhere, not just at sea. It works on land or anything else. So people who go outback hiking or outback skiing or whatever, they're not terribly expensive. The service plan isn't that much, and if you do a lot of that kind of exploring, I think it'd be worth the expense anyways. The way it works is Garmin themselves, the inReach people at Garmin, have their own emergency response center, and they coordinate depending on where you're located in the world. They coordinate with the relevant authorities to assist you in your emergency. So very helpful that way. Like I said, I think it's a worthwhile tool to have. I'm sure some people will turn around and go, well, you don't really need that, and it has that added feature of being a tracker. So friends of ours and family, they can actually pull up I send them a link to our tracking page when we start our trip every morning, and they can just pull that up and take a look at exactly where we are at any point in time, and what speed we were doing, what elevation we were at, so on and so forth. So it's kind of a neat little feature. It's some people have some fun with it. They gives them a good idea of, the speed that we cruise around at, and what we do. We've had it at one point where in the middle of our cruise we had an issue with a stabilizer fin. I had to stop the boat. We dropped the anchor so that I could figure out how to immobilize the fin itself, and once I was able to immobilize it, we got the boat going again. But before all that happened, one of our emergency contacts, who we send our float plan off to, who was tracking us, basically reached out to us asking if everything was okay, and because he noticed that we had stopped moving, and we were stopped for a while I was trying to deal with the stabilizer fin. Turns out everything was okay. We managed to pin the stabilizer fins at center and then continue on our trip. But it's kind of good to have something that somebody can watch and see, what's going on with you, and just kind of look out for you. So anyways, that's about it. we're going to hang out here for the night, and then tomorrow it's just a fairly short run actually tomorrow to Orton Beach. No, what's it called? Anyways, a beach. Holden Beach. There you go. Good thing Commodore Karen's sitting there. I'd given you guys a whole big spiel, and at some point, I didn't notice it, my mic died. I have no idea where I stopped, so I really don't want to go through this all again. Long day, I'm tired, and we'll pick it up a little bit later. Hey, we should be able to get a pretty decent sunset shot here, so we'll do that, and we'll go on from there. I'll go outside, walk around, show you guys where we are. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, so I'll turn this around. You take a look. Here we are, Orton Point. The wind is howling. I'm not a fan of the way we're pointing, but the winds are going to shift on us a little bit. These are the commercial shipping lanes just outside of us here. And then there's a couple of balls just over there somewhere. And those are the commercial mooring balls. I really did feel like picking one up, I'll tell you. Really did feel like doing that. And then it forms a little cove here. There's Tropical Horizons. She worked hard today. She worked hard today. And then here we go, looking up the Cape Fear River again. Across to the other side. Unfortunately, the other side's all shoal. So there's not too many places for us to drop anchor over there. It would have been nice, but it isn't. That's it for now. I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later. But until then, from the wheelhouse out.
I'm still standing here, waiting for my honey. Hope she will come for having much fun. But she's not here, so I drink another beer. So it all away. So it all. Still standing alone, talking to my own, singing the blues by girl and room. But she's not here, so I drink another beer. Show it all away. Show it all. What's that? It's Mary or my wish. But say how she this. What a gift for a kiss. But she's not here, so I drink another beer.
not good.
Hey everybody, Captain Eric here with an update of our anchoring adventures on the Cape Fear River. We will never return to that anchorage again. I've got to update some of the information that's available to Navionics users, but that is a horrible anchorage. Yeah, some people might have thought it was a great anchorage until a lightly loaded container ship decides to pass through. Then you're getting rocked, and we got rocked big time. We got rocked bad enough that I thought we were breaking stuff. So so far it looks like nothing broke, so we're fortunate. But what we ended up doing is we found another spot. Both Karen and I had been looking at that spot actually earlier, going, that might be a better alternative to anchoring where we were, and we should have just moved over there in the first place. So we're in behind a spoil island, and I'm hoping that that takes care of our issues with wakes. But just don't mind me, I'm moving into the galley here to turn down the boiling water that I've got and throw some noodles in here for myself. Okay, so it's going to be a late supper. Well, it feels like a late supper because of the time change, but it's actually not a late supper. So back up to there. Okay. Anyways, to recap, we got rocked. We hauled up anchor. I don't think we've ever hauled up anchor and moved so quickly in our lives. We were actually running out of daylight real quick. The sun was setting, so we wanted to get moved over to this anchorage as quickly as we possibly could, so we could at least anchor when we could still see things and not be anchoring in the dark. Everything worked out, and it's a good thing I sent Tank inside when I saw that ship go by. I could see the wake coming towards us, and I figured the safest place for him was not out on deck with me. It was inside.
He hit.
and
Things, the chair moved forward, everything.
Yeah, Tank actually took refuge inside here. He found himself a little hidey hole and he hid. He was not happy with this whole experience. He's a stressed out little puppy right now, so we're going to give him some love. Anyways, that's it for now. Lessons learned. Won't make that mistake again. That's the way it goes. From the Whalehouse out.